Welcome back to the Fantasy Price Check. We are now a quarter of the way through the fantasy football season, and I hope you guys gotten off to a great start. The waiver wire has certainly dried up with talent, particularly at the running back position. Two key running backs went down this week. Nick Chubb suffered an MCL injury and was placed on the short-term IR, and Austin Eckler is going to be out 4 to 6 weeks with a hamstring injury. You could certainly see what you're able to get out of their backups by picking up Dearness Johnson or Justin Jackson. However, I'm not expecting too much from them because they still have Kareem Hunt and Joshua Kelly ahead of them on the depth chart. The guy that I want to get into today is Brandon Aiyuk, rookie wide receiver for the San Francisco 49ers. Before we get into Brandon Aiyuk, I want you guys to do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below to help keep this channel growing. Brandon Aiyuk has now had 2 back-to-back big games and he's still widely available on the waiver wire. He's rostered in 57% of Yahoo leagues and 35% of ESPN leagues. And now he's coming off back-to-back games with a touchdown and double-digit fantasy points. He missed week 1 with a hamstring injury and then made his debut in week 2 against the Jets, but he didn't do too much in that game. We then saw the breakout in week 3 against the Giants, and then he had another flashy touchdown against the Eagles in week 4. In week 3 against the Giants, he drew 8 targets for 5 receptions and 70 receiving yards and also got 3 carries for 31 rushing yards and a touchdown. In week 4 against the Eagles, he only drew 3 targets for 2 receptions and 18 receiving yards. However, he was able to get into the end zone with a backward pass that he took 38 yards to the house, jumping over a defender to get into the end zone. Check out this play.
3rd down and 7. A little flip here to Aiyuk, the rookie from Arizona State. And he'll bust it inside the 20 and the 10. And look at that! He hurdles his way into the end zone. Touchdown over Marcus Epps.
The speed and athleticism is off the charts when you watch this guy play. Let's take a look at his athletic profile on playerprofiler.com. Brandon Aiyuk is 6 feet, 205 pounds. He ran a 4.5 40-yard dash, so he doesn't blow you away with his deep speed, but a 4.5 is a solid 40 time for a wide receiver. Where he crushed his combine was with his vertical jump and broad jump. The guy could jump out of the building. Brandon Aiyuk's burst score of 132 is in the 92nd percentile, which is considered extraordinary. Brandon Aiyuk has a tremendous catch radius and great leaping ability, which is what we saw on his touchdown against the Eagles, just completely jumping over a defender. Looking back at his college production, he only played 2 years of football at Arizona State. He started off his college career at a junior college and then transferred to Arizona State during his junior year. There's nothing really impressive about his junior season. The breakout came during his senior year when he hauled in 65 receptions for 1,192 receiving yards for an 18.3 yards per reception average and scored 8 times. Let's take a look at this guy's scouting report. Here are the pros from his scouting report. After the catchability, he's super twitchy, he's slippery for tacklers, he finishes like a running back, he could stretch the field vertically, he tracks the football well, he has good body control, and has competitive toughness. Now let's take a look at some of the cons. He struggles with press coverage, he struggles with contested catches, and he's not a natural hands catcher. He waits for the football to come to him rather than go up and get it. He needs to improve his hands on the line of scrimmage, and he also needs to improve his technique on routes. What you like about Aiyuk is his yards after the catchability. The 49ers are scheming up ways to get the ball into his hands and letting him win after the catch. However, as a pure receiver, he's going to have some growing pains this season because he struggles against press coverage and he also struggles on contested catches. Those deficiencies will probably prevent him from being a reliable weekly starter on your fantasy team, at least for this year, because you're likely going to get some up and down performances from him. Brandon Aiyuk is worth a bench stash as a wide receiver 4 in redraft leagues. You're not going to be starting him over your other options. However, you want him on your bench for depth and hope that the performances continue like he's had over the last 2 weeks. And he's certainly a guy that I would want to pick up in dynasty leagues in hopes that he continues to develop as a receiver. Brandon Aiyuk is underpriced. If you're not happy with your wide receivers, get this guy on your bench. Guys, if you enjoyed this price check, give it a thumbs up. And if you missed our last one on Myles Gaskin, I'm going to be throwing up his price check right over there. So be sure to check that out. And don't forget to subscribe below. I'll see you guys on the next one.